Thank you to Babbel for sponsoring. More on them at the end of the video. I'm sharing 5 reasons why I believe time blocking will lead to a balanced, healthy, and successful life in today's video. Hello everyone, Jennifer L. Scott here, and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. I love to talk about planning and being organized and productive, and today's video is going to explore time blocking and why I am just convinced that it is the key to living well. I mentioned in the intro that I think time blocking will help you live a balanced, healthy, and successful life, and I know that sounds dramatic, but from my own experience, it is absolutely true. And here's how I know how it's true. Because I am very aware of my life pre-time blocking and post-time blocking. Before I did time blocking, there were 2 words that described my life. No boundaries. I did not have boundaries with work. I would work all hours, late into the night, midnight, 5 a.m., all throughout the day. I would feel overwhelmed by the never-ending cycle of homemaking tasks, and those would turn into mountains, not molehills. And with stress, I felt so stressed, yet I didn't prioritize rest. It was like the last thing on my list. This all led to burnout. And thankfully, I discovered time blocking and I started to time block my day. Not only writing down my to-do list each day, but also designating a time to do it. Now I am more productive each day, getting rest in by prioritizing it, and also getting all my work done. I've also had clarity in delegating my work. The first point I want to talk about is delegation. So when you begin to time block and you give yourself a certain amount of time for each task, there is an element of resignation. A lot of the time, especially if you enjoy what you do, you don't want to stop at the end of the time block. I love my work, and if left to my own devices without being interrupted, I could work all day long because I love it. But is that balanced and healthy? No. So I give myself a limited time each day to finish everything. This brought to my attention that I was doing too much each day, that there were some things I could hire out to allow myself the time for other things on my list. So I have hired various people like my editor, Evan Gallagher. Shout out to Evan. Hi, Evan. I was spending hours and hours and hours editing my videos each week. Did I need to do that? No. Could I hire that out? Yes. Am I happier now that I've done it? Yes. Do I miss editing? No. But I wouldn't have been clear on the need to do that without setting these boundaries because I was not completing my work in the day. I couldn't do it. There was so much. I realized that I needed help, and time blocking made that clear for me. Let's talk about the second aspect, which is homemaking tasks. So like I mentioned, before time blocking, I would work too much. I would not pay attention to the home and let certain things like laundry or dishes or clutter get out of control without addressing it when it was manageable. Most of us have had that experience of looking at a massive pile of laundry and feeling completely overwhelmed. Like, how did it get this bad? And now I have to do all of this. It gets that bad because we don't tackle it in smaller increments. You have to get on a schedule. As a side note, as my daughters have gotten older, I've taught them how to do the laundry, and now they do their own laundry. And I fully expect my boys to do the same thing. Again, time blocking might bring that clarity that you think, oh, you know what? My daughters are actually of age to do their own laundry. Why am I still doing it? And then you can delegate it out. It's good for everyone. Okay, let's talk about time blocking and rest. I recently shared my evening routine video with you on the channel, and my evening routine has not always been so relaxing. In fact, I'm working on a video where I discuss the differences between the two because my old routine had no boundaries and I was working late into the evening, very unhealthy habits. I went through an entire decade like the Energizer Bunny, and I think I got away with it because of my age, and I just had that stamina that all women seem to have. But we are not machines, and eventually that lifestyle does wear down on you. So I've been using time blocking to incorporate rest into my day and to prioritize it. Because again, like I said, once the time is finished and I move on to the next block, if that next block is a resting activity, I do it because I know it's important. It prioritizes it. Here's some examples of how I prioritize my rest through time blocking. Tea time, nighttime reading, scenic walks, writing poetry, arranging flowers, gardening, playing the piano. These are all priorities for me now. I don't do them all in one day, but I will schedule these in and I don't care what I'm doing, I stop and I do them. Okay, let's talk about the final element, which is transitions. And I have shared with you that in my time blocking journey, I have found the most difficult thing for me to do is to transition from one task to the next. And it's especially hard if you're enjoying what you're doing and you don't want to stop. It does get easier over time though. I like to find pleasure in everything and make friends with my dragons. Did you see my poem? I published it at the end of last year. It's called The Dragon. I will leave it in the iCard up above. But dragons are anything that you struggle with, any obstacles or hindrances or limited thinking. Whatever is stopping you from doing what you set out to do, that's a dragon. So my dragons, in the case of time blocking, were those transitions. I would kick and scream internally when I had to transition into something new. I'm a very task-oriented person and I get lost in what I do. So to pull myself out of it and transition can be hard. But I decided to make friends with that dragon, and now when I transition to the next time block, I get a sense of excitement. It's like my subconscious is telling me to trust the process because the compound effect results will be excellent, and they have been. So those are my thoughts on why time blocking can lead to a balanced, healthy, and successful life. And now I'd like to share a word from our sponsor, which is Babbel. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world. They make it easy and fun and guide you along the way to make you want to learn a new language every day. Babbel is scientifically proven to help you start speaking a new language in 3 weeks. Lessons are not only designed by real language teachers, but Babbel teaches real-world conversations, lessons that prepare you to have practical conversations about travel, business, relationships, and more. I like to brush up on my French on Babbel, and here is an example of me doing one of their lessons.
Je demande l'addition.
Je demande l'addition.
Je demande l'addition.
Je demande l'addition. They have a few different subscriptions to choose from, including a lifetime subscription. So let us know in the comments what language you would like to learn and why. And don't forget to click the link in the description box, or you can scan the QR code here to get 60% off your subscription today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I would love to know about your experience with time blocking. What has it done to change your life, or are you interested in trying it? Let us know in the comments down below. Keep calm and remain classy, everyone, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.